Overpass, but I have a lot of hope for them.
Yeah, I mean, getting some rounds that you could argue they shouldn't have versus Astralis, and that was going to be the biggest beast, was Astralis in and of itself. A heartbreak. I mean, you talk about the Faze MIBR tie. Heartbreaking 16-14 loss for Cloud9 versus Liquid. They had them against the ropes, but Liquid no slouches. Here we go. Into the A site. We've got the Glocks trying to hammer home. Rain does extend past ramp. CT is very much bottled up over towards Graffiti. And funny enough, it is going to be Faze to start swinging this one back. They were down in the 4v5, now holding the 4v3. And that bomb just awkwardly trying to work its way around the site gets caught by Cajun. Things come to a bit of a halt here. Not completely lost from either side, but...
Oh, yes.
Guardian.
More of that.
Look at him, checks his teammates like, did that really? Oh my god, it did.
Yeah.
And Rain, well, he's going to go one better. So was Cajun to drop that bomb and kind of put this 3v3 in the standstill. Now it's up to Cajun to do it one better.
This is a bit too much, isn't it? To ask of Cajun. It's around, Faze can slow it down. They've got the bomb site. They can go ahead and pick it up. He's going to have to wait for a giant mistake. Guardian's actually the first target and the guy who can get the bomb, and he only has 12 HP, or 17. 19. Okay, so option 3. Oh, there's the triple peek. Go ahead, deal with him. You know, you feel comfortable. He's got the one kill, one planted behind sandbags. That means he's probably going to have to move soon. Cajun doesn't know this, I don't think. And there it is, chance to pop his head off, and it's down to just Guardian. Opportunity here for him to impress.
Oh, we talk about how Cajun brings an element of clutch to Cloud9. And starting off in this pistol would be a great way to do it. So he lies down that smoke, and Guardian just
That was so smart,
in.
too. Guardian has to come for this. Oh, does he go through the smoke? He might not have. It seems like with the vision that he had, he decided to line it up, move over to the side, and then just start spamming. Super smart clutch from Cajun, though. Sad that he lost that one, honestly, because he played it so nicely.
Damn, Guardian. I mean, that kind of fadeaway headshot into heaven was immaculate. And if he just got another headshot on the diffuser through smoke, because you think to yourself, if he has to push through that smoke, 19 HP, what's a beautiful thing is that was a headshot as well, right? Automatic was tagged, but he made sure to put the...
You got to realize in Guardian's position, he understands that if he takes one peek, he plays it standard, there's no chance. Yeah, very fortunate on the headshot. Kind of had the lineup in some sense, so you know, wasn't totally blind. There's skill involved in the fact that he positioned himself there. The smoke plumed and he wasn't close to it, and he couldn't get any vision. It would have been much harder to line up, especially since the bomb's down in an atypical spot. Now we have a stack in what we'll call the north side of bathrooms, top bathrooms. And Nico's here as the first target. There's 5 players creeping up on this. Wolfmeister 1 holding back in B. He's always got the shadow advantage, and that's what makes this spot so appealing. And they've stuck close to the wall, which is pretty smart as well.
2 players trickle pass, bomb included. This could be a good time to snap onto the man towards party, but here comes Nico's ump. And Rain, before he goes down, does nail 2 headshots. So very good job by FaZe Clan getting the anti-eco done.
It's always a good enough situation when you get 1 kill, when you've only got pistols. You're going to be happy to at least get a single frag. They set up for something. They don't win the round, but they come close to making it 2 at least. And there is going to be the MAC-10s recycled naturally. FaZe will buy up AKs behind those, and Cloud9 will have to decide how much they are or what they're going to invest in. They have enough to buy an op. It'll be an op armor, half armor situation, potentially, if he wants to do it from Cajun. And there's the spam.
Ooh, bit of bloodshed there in the bathrooms.
A lot of blood is spilled in the bathrooms.
Yep.
Important part of the A site in general. People always wonder why you play that part of the map, and that's just because you want to think about how far you can get as a CT out of spawn without getting spotted, and then you draw that line in the sand, and that point of contact where you meet the T's, that's where you stop going past out of spawn. But all the bathrooms area, the T's can't see you there at first, so it's normal, it's common, it's good to play those spots, try to hold on to them, delay a little bit. Sometimes it's just about pretending that you're there, and then with that, it makes the T's slow down to a point where they have to make bad decisions in the late round. And that's why you see CTs moving up all the time. So we've got a bit of a technical pause. Not exactly sure what the issue is exactly. But I'm sure it'll be resolved soon. Well, I'm not sure.
But confidence is key.
Confidence is key. Always be confident.
Yep.
If you're not going to be confident in yourself, who's going to be confident in you?
That's one of mine, yeah.
Did I steal one of yours?
Yeah, if you don't believe in yourself, then how can you?
Who's going to?
Right.
I shortened it.
There you go.
Made a good
Just
one.
made it better.
There we go. Now it's mine.
So that's teamwork, baby. Can't really delve into much here, Launders. How are you? How are you feeling today? Tell me something about your childhood.
I've got a okay about my childhood. So once, a long time ago, at Blast Lisbon,
Yeah.
I was at the after party. It was
Yep.
an after party store. It's not very raunchy though, so it's okay. Rush was there, and it was very busy, shoulder to shoulder at the after party.
Yep.
Waitress comes around with a saucer full of drinks,
Oh, I
right, for
remember this.
everybody,
Yeah.
and she just somebody bumps into her. It's another player. I'm not going to call him out. And the drinks fall all over Rush's pants, everywhere. He swallows them up. Gin and tonics, cherry liqueurs, everything. And he's just covered, right? And he's like, just changed into that. He's probably not got an extra pair of clothes. He's flying out the next day, so he's bummed. And then, of course, I come over there to cheer him up, and I'm like, "Yo, Rush, it looks like you peed your pants, man. That's kind of weird." And then he said, "Oh man, shut up, dude." And then he like elbowed me in the ribs, and I was like, "Haha!" But it elbowed me so hard, I thought he broke my rib.
Really?
And then I walked over to the bar to get a drink, but that was just to sedate myself from the pain. But Rush is a really strong individual. I don't think he realized it. And I was just trying to rib him a bit for having all of that liquor poured down his pants,
So what you're saying is that Rush physically assaulted you,
but didn't know.
right?
That's how strong he is.
You decided not to press charges.
And I'd probably know. I mean, I decided not to say anything.
You see, I think a guy like Alish could do the same thing accidentally. Give you a rib shot and actually end up crushing your spine.
He reminds me of Baby Jack from Tetris, from Tekken.
From Tetris. I thought you were gonna go with Baby Jack from The Incredibles. Every time you say Baby Jack, that's what I think of.
Okay, that makes sense.
But I guess Tekken is cooler than The Incredibles.
Alicia's cooler than the Incredibles, like Tekken. Yeah, quite peaceful in the server.
Not even any birds today.
Nothing at all. Rush is actually eating a banana.
Yep.
Potassium's really good.
Very
Gets the joints going. It oils you up for the gym.
Look at the eyes.
Now, it's not the focus, right?
Right.
The concentration. You get some energy from a banana, and it's also good just for lubing up those joints for exercise.
Is it?
Yes. You
Is
should.
that the role the potassium?
You want to
plays
go
in your body?
have a run? Just banana and a coffee. That's all you need. Banana and a coffee. Go to the gym. Banana too.
Yeah. See, I'm
Last
not
minute situation. You drank a little bit too much the last night. Then you wake up the next day. You still want to go to the gym. Told yourself you're going to go to the gym. And you don't want to eat too much and be
Banana
sluggish.
coffee.
Banana coffee. Water too. Look at that. Water. He knows what he's doing.
See, that's a good mixture. I'm not a big breakfast guy myself, so I'm always looking for like that perfect
Except you will eat a breakfast burrito at any time of day.
any time of day. I mean, when does a breakfast burrito become a regular burrito? At what time specifically? Who decides?
You know when breakfast is? Breakfast is when you wake up.
Yeah, breakfast is the first meal you eat in the day.
Whether that's 5 p.m. or midnight.
3 a.m. hangover, still breakfast.
Still breakfast.
Good Rush, he's hitting himself.
Yeah. You ever do that? Punch yourself when you wake up?
No, I've no.
That'll get you out of bed.
I see a buy though, Mohan.
Only takes 9 pounds of pressure to break your nose.
Is that it?
Something like that. Yeah. It's really easy.
It is a pretty fragile piece of your face.
Yeah.
It sticks out. It's an easy target.
Yeah.
That's why it's always, if you got to defend yourself, remember, folks, go for the straight jab. Right to the nose,
Yeah. Pow.
the knee to the gut.
Palm strike.
But considering we
Not
had
that
a
we're inciting
microphone issue resolved clearly, Cloud9 come in with a buy. So thanks for your guys' patience. Hope you learned a lesson. Let's see if Golden can give the lesson to a Dren. Faze Clan trying to work their way up through Fountain, make that first contact. You had just talked about, finding that limit as to where you'll make contact with Tease, and he extends that point of contact by using a smoke flash combo to swing the first punch in this round. Right to the nose.
Right to the nose. Into the face. Oh, a spray goes a little wide. From the #1 rated player after yesterday, after losing both of their matches, Mr. Automatic himself. So, how will they come back in from this? Guardian winning long control, he knows. That's the one player that's playing there. There might be another guy who's moved up around the corner, but in general, he can take it pretty safely. He also knows that because he's got 100 HP. He's happy to take another 50-50 fight. So unless they're overstacking A, he can freely roam around, look for this individual, not expect any help to come. And if they are stacking A, well then his teammates can go to the B site. And they're starting to take short control right now. They have left the bomb back though, and it's a long trek both ways. We see our monster players lagging behind now. Don't like to see that.
Gonna go for the boost on barrels. This will work out well if Rush wasn't blanketed in smoke.
Oh, his gun might be sticking out. Don't know if Rush will see this. Seems like he's too hyper-focused on short, yeah. Nade trajectory could have given it away, but it's short to be smoked instead. Interesting. What does this do for them?
Guardians felt up.
I guess they're...
so much of long.
Oh, this fake's working out quite well.
Yeah, they're keeping that 3-man dedication on B. Guardian, assuming there's got to be someone, and eventually he will find contact. It was Golden inside of Bank cleared. And because Guardian was so swift on working up long A, well, you see the result. FaZe Clan already off the plant, and Cloud9 scrambling to decide whether they even want to go for this.
I was going to say, very interesting that they decided to smoke themselves out of B. I wonder if that was to make it seem to like to Cloud9 that it was some kind of double fake. Because I feel like from short, they smoked off short.
It looked like it.
It looked like it, right? Which maybe teams are now starting to execute behind that, and that's why they threw that smoke down. I'm not entirely sure. Could have just been playing Cloud9, but I really stuck 3 Cloud9 players there. And then Golden was over on the A side. He was doing a good job being careful, but still aware.
Yep.
And Guardian was just really smart about keeping his eyes on Bank. Could have easily died, and with that much time left over, a hero play would have just been Golden getting 2 kills, and then FaZe wouldn't have been able to win the round. But overall, it seemed like a well-called round, and that's a good sign for FaZe for sure. The mid-rounding looks strong.
They already know as well, just by clearing automatic off of long, they had that A setup go so passive. I mean, sure, Golden was doing a good job of cutting off the depths of the A site, but you saw the walk-up. Guardian finding so much real estate for free. We're going to go into the quadruple spawn boost.
I like how this is just standard play now.
Yeah, it works.
It does, and it almost costs you nothing. I mean, you can go and work on everything a little bit later. Oh,
Costs you time.
wow, they give it up quick.
And look what they've done with the time. Cloud9 already cleared out short. Cajun was actually extended around these corners. So
Yeah.
it does open a window of opportunity in time in terms of map control. You know, you can't contest short, you can't contest monster. If the CTs want to try and fight you for it in this round, they fought for free.
Yeah, but Cloud9 used 2 smokes for no reason.
Right.
So the monster and short, both B player smokes are gone, and FaZe still have a minute 10 here. They're going to go ahead, either open the door or go up towards bathrooms. They got 3 in here. Olaf setting up for the short flash for them to swing the door open, and the Cloud9 push is coming out. This could be big.
Ooh, we got the dink back, but Cajun falls first. Rush is going to feel that heat from both sides. And in fact, Monster still clear for the moment.
There was no way for Rush to support. He had no nades left over to flash.
Flash goes deep. Monster. Still Olaf decides not to run forward. Rush wants to play that close smoke, throw himself inside of the execution, but FaZe Clan down to the last 30 seconds.
Time is ticking. And Rush is a very important Molotov.
Yep.
That's huge. Only 7 seconds. They'll be able to execute behind this. Running at the site. No rotations are out. CTs are a little bit blind. Oh, Rush goes for the early peek as the monster player.
Yep. Now it's on Vice. Nico's already got past Pillar, and even though he stands in flames, Vice slain the same. Golden smoked off from heaven as well. So this is just FaZe Clan once more, you know, boiling it down to the last few moments and walking into a site, but not finding a problem on those walkouts. We always talk about that. Good time to the last second can cost you, but Cloud9 can't hold the defense yet.
They did a good job. I mean, they were always working. They worked on short control. They got to the end of stairs. They opened the door. Olaf had the flash outside B. They really didn't waste time. I was never really scared for them to execute. And, like, again, both B players used their smokes right at the beginning of the round, so they were probably anticipating a B rush. And then they were so low on nades by the end of it. The only thing between them and the B site was Rush's Molotov, which they executed at 30 seconds. So once they saw a flash come over, Rush threw down 1 Molotov. There's still enough time to get the full execute in. He would have had to fight, take some kind of straight up dry peek no matter what, and went for the early decision and died, and that's going to happen. But I think FaZe looked good, and they went and got their map control when they needed to. I think very, very promising stuff so far. Again, Cloud9, yeah, not very highly ranked, but did really well yesterday. I would honestly say they are, I feel like they are confident. I feel like they're confident based on what they saw from themselves yesterday.
Right, in terms of an opening day, I think that Cloud9 was the team that actually pushed any kind of bar, right? If we set our expectations for each team coming into this weekend, theirs was arguably one of the lowest, and yet they turned some heads. No easy feat. Taking Liquid the distance, and it was here on Overpass as well, which is something that's curious because, you know, FaZe Clan's Overpass play has become in question in recent times, but looking for that 5-0 start. Be a great feeling to begin the day on fire. Faze are now 1 round away from exactly that, with a 5 versus 4 here versus a majority pistol.
Man, if Faze can keep getting rid of all of their grenades, they're gonna have a fantastic time. So unfortunate for Golden backing up into smoke blindness. That'll happen from time to time. Just gotta write that one off. It's not a total full buy. They don't have all of that much money, but yeah, they didn't spend much either. Cajun's looking for this boost, being very specific about where, just because of the smoke in front of them. Oh, the lip of the pillar blocks him and gets him killed as well. Vice will go ahead and try to finish off Adrian, but it'll be him to get finished off, and now Faze are on fire.
Yep, 5-0 straight. CLOUD9, a little lost in the sauce like you saw. Cajun trying to get that very precise boost. Got head blocked, wasn't able to get over smoke, and then Faze Clan come charging through the moment they fall off of it.
They could have done the boost they wanted to do on that sign, the sign boost.
Yeah.
And it probably would have been fine. You'd still see over top of the smoke. You could only just see a little bit farther back. But yeah, because they took those extra couple seconds to get the boost that he wanted to mess things up. But he couldn't have known how close they were. So 2 ops here, 1 for automatic, 1 for Cajun. We've seen that automatic has still been primarying, even if there's only money for 1. In certain spots, we don't know if that'll change. Thought they have good coverage across the map. P's are up in stairs, bombs dropped. It's a straight up default again. I like this from Faze. Their defaults look strong. They're keeping together. They're like a really tightly woven web at the moment. It seems like they're always doing something.
I mean, these are notable improvements just from, say, Blast Sao Paulo not long ago. We saw them play T-side Overpass and not even have these kinds of slower defaults. We've seen multiple boosts, whether that be outside of B site, T-spawn, and now on the big old playground slide. 3 variations and early setups. Not taking it down to the last 10 seconds either. Always hitting sites with at least that 20 seconds to spare. Now we're going to have Golden caught out by Tree. Peek off from Vice has no trade. Nice double headshot here from Adrian.
That's frustrating for Golden because he's relying on Vice to jump spot, and it seems like they crossed in between when he was jump spotting, so it looked like he wasn't helping. I'm not sure if Vice is going to hear about that, but you could see from our screen he was jump spotting and just missed it. Very unfortunate. Golden probably could have been tucked more into the tree. Who knows? Unlucky. That is the one folly of jump spotting. There's always kind of that half second in between you set up.
That margin of error.
Yeah, it's always there.
Rush feels as though they're here, and he's most certainly right. We've got 4 Ts barreling inwards. Rain first to fall. And Rush has a bit of cover off the box, but a fantastic frag grenade's going to drop him to 20 HP. So the sidearm gets it done.
Yeah, that nade could not have been any better. I don't think... I remember the last time we've been on perspective of someone and just see nade smoke in front of them.
Yeah.
That was too nice. On the mark.
Take it at the face.
Guardian's yet to die. He's got 8 kills, and he's kind of just been quietly chugging along each round, getting 1 important entry.
Yeah, he's getting Golden off of the site a couple times already.
He got the 1 clutch round on the pistol. That could have been a big factor. And here, he's doing it clean too, taking no damage. It looks like he hasn't rebought armor in a long time. He's down to 70. He's on like 70 armor, so. But yeah, that's a tough spot. You know, Golden is total trust in his teammate, as you should always have, but because of that, doesn't give himself an opportunity to fight. Was focused on the top bathrooms control and then got caught off guard. So Cloud9 seem to have the right idea. They know there's going to be presence that long. They've got 2 players in place to stop it. There's not much more you can do than that, tactically speaking. That's a good setup. If you're Faze, you don't actually want to fight that. Like somebody jump spotting in an AUG at tree, you maybe want to like save that for later or isolate those players and then try to take A, work the top bathrooms instead of facing them with the full frontal. But yeah, Cloud9 are still making them play the game and they're still winning the duels.
Got a deviation here because of the anti-eco. Cloud9 are going to get themselves inside of connector with 2 pieces, so very viable short B crunch here, but they walk right into the guns. Now that peek from short pays off. It's Rush with a double headshot, but Olaf, just as quick, comes out from Monster and hits them from the backside. Vice, last alive, AK in hand, 1v3. And Adrian's gonna peek out just as he's jumping. Even then he gets some damage, but it's not nearly enough. 7 rounds straight from Faze.
Another round where you just got majority alive for Faze. I can't even remember the last round besides the pistol where that hasn't been the case. Super clean stuff from Faze. No signs of stopping. Good attempt here from Rush on the short push. Once again, a round where, tactically speaking, they do all they can. They pick the right part of the map to this push. It's easier to push the monster. Makes more sense than going even to the stairs if you want to kill them at short. It's just that Faze are alert, aware, on point, precise, prepared, ready.
They're not stopping. Again, they're going to go into the short control. Do it quick. Keep eyes up for the jump spot, which they have now seen. Vice is going to have to be careful. Takes a little bit of damage through the wall and an even slighter bit of damage off the nade.
You know, Cloud9 did not invest a lot in those previous egos, but they've been put in a position where, again, they don't have a lot of grenades. So we'll see how long this round goes. Oh, that's a tough one. Falling back and gets headshotted. Again, Rush the monster player. This is going to open things up for Olaf Meister.
Yeah, it's going to put Cajun to move forward off of his teammate's flash. He gets blinded. That's not going to help him kill Olaf. In fact, Rain hits the site at the same time off short. Boosted up on the sandbags with a double. He'll take it. We still got Cajun and Golden coming down from A. Golden just flies down into the pit. The entirety of FaZe Clan are going to try to hammer this one home, but Cajun all alone sees the shadow, fires off a little too quick.
My God.
Rain, just such shoulder baiting peaks.
Dude, that's like a bully following you home, like holding the door open in your own house and like yelling names at you.
Yeah.
You know, like you can't even deal with him in your doorway, in your goddamn own home. He's there on short B, on top of the sandbags, just puncturing bullets into all of your friends. Like even the rotators in the heaven are getting it first.
Wow.
You know, your dedicated B player.
Is that falling off
And
the
yeah,
sandbag?
and then why not that third kill as well, right? The first kill, he gets it on Rush falling into pit, and then he gets the other kill, him falling himself, just to show that he can do it both ways.
Jack of all trades.
Man of many tricks. Unlucky
9,
smoke.
not many rounds, still 0. That's not many at all, is it, Launders?
No matter how many ways you try to count that. Yeah, you can use any language. Nil, zip, nada.
The goose egg.
Always not many. That, and like the last round, even when they had the correct timing on the flash towards monster, they like blind their own teammate.
Right,
Okay,
yeah, Cajun just took it to the face.
Could have just killed Olaf, got something going, but even then, things go wrong. So a number of problems, both in the form of FaZe Clan and internally for Cloud9.
That was a nice flash, but nothing comes of it. Automatic was set up for maybe one kill.
And just, oh, sorry, go ahead.
No. It's
No,
all
please,
yours.
I insist.
Another person has died in its vice.
Okay.
Again, patience here from FaZe Clan. Making Cloud9 squirm.
Not a good look. And yesterday, FaZe were 1-1 because they barely tied with MIBR. They should have just won that game, most likely, especially in that 30th round, like they had it. So imagine if they were 2-0 as well. Imagine if they were 2-0. And then for Cloud9, Liquid, Cloud9, Overpass.
Right, I mean, it's wild.
13-8, they had it.
Seeing as yesterday Cloud9 played versus Astralis and Liquid, you could argue this, albeit no slouch of a lineup, is their easiest of 3 opponents, and this is the worst Cloud9 we've seen.
This is the same way the last map ended too. It was Liquid on the T side, just putting rounds in a row together. Cloud9 not figuring out how to deal with that, and they still haven't solved those problems. So you'd think they would have talked about it, knowing that they have this map coming up today. They don't. There doesn't seem like they have a way to. They have no idea how to figure this out right now. I don't think they need to change much. There's a couple of spots, you know, like missed flashes and stuff. Fundamentals, just solve that. Next round, don't make those mistakes. The jump spotting on A site, I'm sure if Vice and Golden use that same setup, he's going to be a bit more thorough. Tactically speaking, again, they're making a lot of decent calls. So there's maybe still hope for them to put together some kind of CT side. I don't see FaZe just running through this. It's just that Cloud9 are making good calls, but FaZe are playing exceptionally well almost every single round since the beginning. I like how they're playing their defaults. They're keeping so many people alive. 15k on 2 people after buying.
Damn.
3.
And still Guardian 0 deaths.
And Guardian has not died yet. It's Guardian watch now. We're gonna see if he can have as many kills as rounds, and as many deaths as lost rounds.
Just one apiece.
Just the perfect 1 KPR right there. Don't even work too hard, you know, just keep it at that level. That's already exceptional.
You don't want your teammates thinking you can do it all, because then they're going to stop.
Okay, see this play from Cloud9? They get automatic up there. They push him up through balloons. When a team, oh man, I don't know. Vice is all alone. They're kind of scrambling around bathrooms. There was 2 positions there where neither CT had support, and that can happen. But I'd like to see potential for a trade. I mean, the round could begin and end with this 1 kill.
It's funny enough, Rain is also entirely alone. Could be a good duel for them to take, and they will. Vice gets away near unscathed.
Okay, now Automatic does have his fallback still. Will eventually get smoked out. And I'm not sure if I can still be heard. Hopefully I can. Dren's going to be nading down into the stairs. Great nade, right on device.
He had originally lost a quarter, now he's down to just a quarter. Still the patience from Faze Clan as they work over towards B. This time Cloud9 not going to be, struggling so much for short, but really doubling down on Monster. Olaf has been a very real pain from this position. Coming out to hit the site frequently. Vice doing a great job this round. That's his 2nd kill. Still inside of Connector, and Golden gives cover off bathrooms. Here we have it. Cloud9 most likely about to pop onto the scoreboard. 18 seconds left with Guardian 1v5, but Launders, I've seen them happen. Not gonna this time. Cloud9, duo peak, and they have done it. Cracked themselves onto the scoreboard, 9-1.
Yeah, from that spot, no less. There was a good, I doubted the support system for Vice in the stairs. And I thought, okay, if he doesn't get the kill, it's over. But his job is just focus on this angle. The top of his stairs was covered, so he never had to turn away, which strengthened his position somewhat. And then he does a good job just like meeting his end of the deal. He's like, I'm going to be in this high frag position by myself. Hopefully they don't play 2 stairs off of maybe Golden's call. Then he gets there, he gets the one that he needs, and then everything else after that is a bonus. Nice round from Cloud9. Not too bad. They pick apart Faze's default for the first time, which I think is the most important kind of round for them to win. Because if they had won a round where Faze had rushed, well, Faze will happily go back to a default and do that for the rest of the half, and that would still remain a problem. So now we'll see how Faze Clan's default evolves to adapt to the fact that stairs control was their biggest problem in the last round.
Not too much of a change-up for the moment, just Nico still clearing it, so reminiscent as to when Rain was doing it in the previous round. Difference being, of course, we didn't really get Automatic as aggressively up on Party. And when they do fall back, it's not to the bomb site, but rather here in bathrooms. Vice again just playing this committed off corner. Now he too will retreat, just slightly. Automatic goes to join Golden on long. And as long as Guardian continues to shoot here towards mid, they're going to know exactly where that phase off is at.
Bomb still far back. It's around this 45-second mark. They've usually been good about going to get it, and then it's been fine. Oh my god, the spray transfer from Olaf Meister. 2 threats at Monster. The duel you're almost happiest to take is a CT, and he kills them both.
What a beast. Doesn't even continue on despite having all of Vice's attention now. Bomb's back on spawn with 20 seconds. This is a little heated to only be getting control of it now, but they will still head over towards the B site, keeping the pressure up on A and continuing the kills all the while.
Oh my god.
Wow, Guardian.
Has he died?
He has died
last round, yeah.
The previous round. So the only time Guardian has died...
It was his team's fault.
...is in a 1v5.
It was everyone else's fault.
Still take it with you. 12 frags for him, tied with Rain at the current moment on the top of Faze Clan.
1 death. Insane. This is a ludicrous round from Olaf, though.
Yeah, I want to see that.
Okay,
right
first
here.
of all, though, they need to trade this. He could have. He did it so quickly. Then look at Guardian, like just peeking in everybody else's angles, like it's their own, no problem whatsoever. Super nice stuff. And talk about players who've come under fire. Olaf Meister has not been safe from that vitriol as well. He has been a player that people have doubted. His performance has been up and down. It's good to see that he's definitely playing really well right now. Nico drops a flash over top of Monster. Don't know if that was good or not. Cage is going to push out the short, chase the frags down. Really, I think, putting a lot more emphasis on that flash than it deserved. It was mostly an after image flash for the player in the back, and then the player he was chasing could have gotten all the way around the corner. I think that was a big risk. Should have maybe called that quits. Asked for another flash. Try again, but doing it safely. And Nico failing the boost, man, means they've got to just give that up. So that's a part of the round they're not going to pursue. At least not right now.
Spam fight, nothing really coming of it. Nobody really contesting Faze at the moment. I mean, sure, you're shooting bullets back and forth, but all the while this is happening, you know, it's kind of a sleight of hand. We've got Faze Clan very much still working other portions of the map. Guardian hunting on the A site, sees nothing, so they all will go down and try to charge headstrong into B. Over towards Monster, it's an immediate trade. This time Rush gets it done and even holds off short for a moment, but not much longer. It's gonna fall onto Golden. Swift headshot, that counts. And while the bomb has gotten across, it's actually gonna peek very wide. Down goes Golden.
He doesn't have to cross.
Automatic's gonna creep out. Nico slightly challenging, but can't manage the shot, so Automatic's gonna get a second chance. Not a good position to have that op. They know exactly when it's on cycle, and they'll charge him down. 10 rounds now, the lead for Faze Clan, 11-1.
That was the perfect way to play that clutch. He had that shot on Nico. He iced him out in the angle. Nico's waiting on this off position, and if he gets that one, he's in a perfect spot to deal with sandbags right away, and he knows that that guy cannot cross to fight in some strange method either, so it was a nice 1v2 attempt. I really liked how he was thinking about that round, but unfortunately it wasn't enough, and maybe the problem was just how the early round went. The hold just not there. Once again, Faze bullying their way into B. They lost a couple of options they wanted to, but they killed Cajun, who was maybe a bit too aggressive as well. Would have liked to see him, you know, chase that player for a second, but then fall back, wait for another flash. Explore safer options, but that's not the case right now. You can see the desperation for Cloud9, and it's understandable. They've only got one round. We're in round 13. Guardian's still lighting up the server, and Faze are simply defaulting over and over again.
Oh, Guardian's just going off at the moment.
Yeah, what are we at now? It's 13-2.
I think that one's a little slow, so it should be a little bit better even. But Olaf is having just as good a day. Easy headshots on the anti-eco continue to feed the man, and he will gobble you up. What's Cajun's Deagle gonna do? Probably not much, unfortunately for him. I will eat my words, because hot damn. That is a fresh readjustment. Can he give us another one? No, Olaf's cheeky position will better him. Understandably so. There's Olaf tucked in the corner as Faze take their 12th. 13-2. So, I'm sorry, you were right.
We are into the last two rounds. The Augs are getting bought up. There's not much hope here for Cloud9. Don't know exactly what they can do at this point. The CT side is just so far gone. And now it makes sense why they had such trouble against Liquid versus their T side. I mean, even getting 2v5'd in spots, they've got a lot of work to do to fix some of their CT stuff. And to me, watching this game, it looked like some of the stuff they were very close to fixing. But when you look at the rounds in totality, you've got to say, like, they're not going to be happy about this. They're probably going to be thinking about scrapping everything, going back to the drawing board. But at the same time, probably not, hopefully not overreacting, building brick by brick, taking whatever was good before, just making sure that they fix the small details that seem to be going awry for whatever reason this time. So doors open. Faze move into this round 4v3 already. 123 on the clock. Automatic looking to make a play. Player holding back here, and that's Adrian. He'll get killed. He would probably have been the one to recover the bomb. Rain can try to potentially catch Automatic on his way back, but he is moving fast.
Ooh, Automatic. He's going to flash back towards sight and comes in for the fight. Drops Rain. Very, very slight health difference in the end of that one, though. So
yeah, that was a cool bait. I mean, he didn't catch Rain off guard,
right?
Because Rain doesn't have anything to worry about from that spot if he's coming to flank Automatic. But maybe Automatic thinks Rain's going to start running when he hears the flashbang. So you got to like the attempt. Very cerebral play. It doesn't amount to anything, but ultimately, actually, I mean, I guess even though he dies, you know, that kill gets traded. It's just Olaf in the 1v3.
You know, I do love me a good Olaf clutch. He's been spotted by Automatic, and Automatic falls. Smoke goes down for the plant, gonna happen. Nobody's gonna deny this one. They're waiting for Rush to come in from mid, and sure enough, it pays off. That's Cloud9 with a second round. But obviously, we are late in this half, and Cloud9 still nowhere to be found.
Yeah, we're in the 9th inning, potentially, or just the 9th inning of this half. It's going to be hard. They win this round. They do win another round versus a default. And again, to contextualize that, Faze have been using a lot of defaults. That's the prevalent concern for Cloud9 is if they could beat that. There hasn't been a single rush from Faze, which I'm actually so happy to see. I think that's awesome. Not because they wouldn't be good strategies to use, but just to see that they seem so confident playing it slow.
Right.
They've got their game plan. The communication seems to be good. And that they feel like they can repeatedly do it and just pose this threat to Cloud9 that says, hey, if you don't solve this, we'll keep using it on you. So now that they have actually defended against it twice, I wonder if Faze will start to change it up, maybe turn up the tempo.
Right, something that they definitely know how to do, and something that we've seen from them more often than not as of late. Oh,
Yo.
God. Such crisp headshots over there on long. Completely shuts down the aggressive push. But Cajun does still find some timing. He's behind them. Nico, speaking of timing, just wants to get in there as fast as he can. And he even has a chance to whip around, but it's not going to work out for him. Cajun B continues to linger in the washrooms, dropping the bomb. Swift headshot, and the fact that he gets Nico's back means that he still has 74 HP. But it's Adrian to put down another.
Dude, he's so fast.
3 frags in the round, and it is Vice left alone.
Yeah, the 1v2. Let's see if the youngest Cloud9 player to come into a team that's up, well, it's the highest ranked team right now, but has the potential to be much higher ranked than even Rogue, can put this one together. It'll be a tough one. He's in the wrong site technically, but he's not far away at the end of the day. Smoke will come down, limiting his options. He's got the AUG, he's got a couple of flashes. He knows the spots may be standard from Faze and not coming in from heaven, so he's not going to clear out the pit the slow way. Instead, he's going to have to skip just a couple of angles here as he moves into the site. That second pillar, and the clock's down past half. He's eventually going to have to tap this. He does at least have a kit, but now he's got to start running.
Yep. First flash goes out, tries to get the peek off short, and it's where his flash pops that Rain will pop him. So 13-2. That is one hell of a T side, but I think it does play into what you said, where it's, exactly what we saw them struggle with versus Liquid yesterday. Sure they almost made it. It was where they were still managing to get themselves to 14 Cloud9, but in the end it was just Liquid to get that last closing bit, and in this time there was no closing bit at all. It was just through and through. FaZe Clan looking pretty damn good.
They looked awesome. I'd like to see more of it. I don't know what they changed so drastically from yesterday. Also didn't watch their games yesterday, so I don't know.
Yeah, we were on the other stream.
How good they looked in general. Maybe MIBR were playing out of their skin to get that 15-15 scoreline in their match. But I like their Overpass right now.
It's an interesting result when you think about it, because if you had to, outside of say Astralis and Liquid, who went 2-0 yesterday, you're kind of looking at Navi and then maybe MIBR or FaZe. If you're looking at players who are probably trying to contend for that third place or maybe even second place. And the tie between FaZe and MIBR almost kind of shoots both of them in the foot. Whereas it's like, if you have one winner there, right, then you've got yourself in a position where maybe that team can continue on. But with those two particular teams now having a tie, it makes the job much harder.
Yeah, it's the only thing that would have saved it is if the other match tied too. Like if Liquid Cloud9 tied, then
FaZe
be more
and
of an
MIBR
even
tied.
Scoreline. So that didn't happen either, unfortunately. And in the second half, maybe Cloud9 can put on a better show. They definitely have a better CT side. We know that from just the data from the last map, and it's just so close now. And FaZe look good. I don't see why they should slow down. And they have a fantastic CT side as well. It's like one of the most studied CT sides, I'd say, in the game. A map that was one of the reasons they reached top 1, top 2 back when they had Kerrigan, just before the E-League Boston Major. In that 4-month period in the winter, Overpass was their best or second best map.
I really would like to know whether or not Cloud9 were caught off by the pacing of this game, because to be honest, I expected something much faster out of FaZe. This was a very meticulous T side, It was constant, and that's nice because you're always getting into your execute in like that 30-second mark where you're not struggling for time. It's not as though they would have these late executes with no information. They always had full map control. There was only a few moments where we would see Cloud9, contesting top A site, getting into party and taking down those numbers. If not, FaZe were comfortable round through and through. So that's something that is nice to see for them. Again, going back to just Sao Paulo, I feel like the improvements here on Overpass, leaps and bounds.
I'd like to see them just on CT side be way more aggressive than even were on T side. There's so many more options for them to do it on Overpass, and I think that that would, again, catch Cloud9 off guard. I'm shocked we didn't see a single monster rush the entire game.
Right. Not even in like the 15th round where all of a sudden you can start making these mistakes and you start to see, teams maybe crack after a convincing half.
Get a little lazy or too confident.
Right. And that didn't happen. They were very meticulous, which is awesome. That's kind of one of those things that we need to see more of from FaZe. Hot damn.
Hot damn. Where's the hot come from in hot damn?
I don't know. I guess just hot things tend to be better.
Hot damn. That's
You know?
true.
No one's saying, cold tamales. It's
That's true. That's a good point. Spicy damn. Out of freeze time. Into the pistol round of the second half, round 16. And we have 2 pairs of utility from Golden automatic on the T side. Faze Clan will keep it fairly prim and proper with just a Dren on a kit and smoke everybody else in their armored suits. Guardian out for the peek. 1 chance for a headshot, and he misses that 1 chance. There are 2 players from Cloud9. From Faze, excuse me, moving up the stairs. No, Cloud9, I had it. Damn it. Oh, it's 3. Damn it.
now everyone's gonna remember.
No, it is 2. No, it is 3. We got there in the end.
4 if you count the bomb.
Okay. Let's not.
Ooh, Guardian saw it. Nah, I was gonna say, now that he's on high alert, you know, he's at every millisecond anticipating the chance at a headshot. So no surprise that one delivers itself on a silver platter. Guardian's still playing this bomb site alone. Wants another fight. And where's it gonna come in from first? Smoke off long and another over top of the truck. So good flashbang and then the fire as well at his feet. You know, he was clearly looking to engage there, and all those opportunities were taken away from him. But Cajun's getting tapped at from Olaf from behind. There's Vice to get Nico's head. Now the duels really start to unfold here. All the terrorists can turn back and give their attention on the flank. And in that moment, we actually have Faze Clan getting their feet onto the bomb site. They're going to blanket the bomb in smoke. Somebody could theoretically jump on it. Should be Adrian. He's the player with the kit, but now he's down. Someone's going to have to retrieve it. And as Rain's gun goes dry, Guardian is the only player left. And with that bomb now only a quarter of the way left, he is doomed. So there was a very real chance when Faze Clan had that flank on mid. I mean, Cajun didn't even have the bomb plant when he started taking damage. Vice was actually turned watching the site as opposed to flank, and that could have very well cost them. But at least we have Cloud9 winning second pistol.
Let's see if they can be a better threat for Faze than they were for even Liquid, because they'll have to be with this scoreline that they have to work with. They do get the pistol, which is nice. It's a good start, and it was a good post plant. They used a single smoke again to get there. They had, I think, a Molotov on Golden, which I don't think they needed at the end of the day. But now they got themselves an Antico, a little bit of room to breathe. They've got 3 MAC-10s, a Galil, and AK, and they haven't decided to full out rush a site. Instead, they were going to play something of a default. I'm not sure. I want to know where the AK is, of all things. They've got a few MAC-10s. So Cajun playing by himself in the stairway, kind of keeping these long distances. The only threat here is to maybe get 1-degged from the end of the stairs by the CTs, but that threat's not there. So he can hold on to this very important rotation spot. And as his teammate comes out to short B, he knows that his teammate cannot get pinched, and his teammate can focus on the short B ramp instead of that and his back. So now Cloud9 setting up for what looks like smokes into an execute, but they cancel for a second, maybe just delay for time or because they have a hunch.
Are these smokes going to change things on B? Nothing as of yet. Adrian still retains his full vision. He's had it since the get-go.
Yeah, I couldn't tell for a second there what Cloud9 wanted to do with it. It looks like they just want the false exec, re-exec into B, if in case Faze Clan had smokes to work with, and they actually held on to it for so long. This is amazing. It looks like they're going to come through this too.
And there's the first one. Adrian at least one and done. Nico, now that the fire's gone, can go for the headshots over the ramp. It's a good angle to work with, but he can't find anything for it. Guardian and Olaf combined. That scout is doing damage, and it's dropped the bomb. The bomb sits underneath Heaven with Golden on 33 HP. They know that Rain is over here, off on Cat.
And now they just want to play back. They can. The bomb needs to come back around to get onto the site. Automatic spotted. They know it was dropped. The flick is in. Oh my god. And both players are spotted. Guardian, absolute magnet with the scout.
Just melts them. He sits on 3 kills, and I believe he has an assist on the extra 2. If not, he at least had his hands on 4 of the 5 frags that round. Fantastic work in the force buy from Faze.
And from the distance, your opponents are so small. You know, like just crazy shots being hit. And the second one, headshot into pit. Woo. Nasty, dude. That was so nasty. And everybody contributing. You know, and I was gonna say the most impressive thing to me before that was the fact that even on the 2-smoke execute, they didn't throw the 1 smoke they had on the B site into Monster. They waited past that point for the re-exec. Totally called out Cloud9, won this round after the pistol, put themselves on 14. I mean, they look composed and ready. This is scary. This is scary.
Yeah, if your back wasn't broken after that first half, then it most certainly is now.
Your spirit, yeah, it's
Faze just stomping on Cloud9.
I've got potentially 2 rounds to go. Cloud9 have to decide what they want to do. They can upgrade their pistols if they'd like to. Definitely a head scratcher of a round. Probably a good time to call a pause. You know, if those last maps yesterday meant a lot, this one means even more. And this is definitely tournament life. Yep. You know, period.
Yeah, this is, I mean, I believe Cloud9 are in the very same position as MIBR. A loss here in round 3 would mean that we're not watching them in the finals.
As unlikely as it was, it felt like they were so close to pulling a map yesterday. Right. That maybe they go in today. Faze is probably one of their better matchups, but no, that's not the case. And also Overpass. I think they were probably happy to play it.
Especially Guardian. On an individual level, I feel like Guardian is always delivering here.
Oh my
right?
God.
It's one of his maps. And today is a prime example. Sometimes it's a hit or miss, right? But that is sometimes the nature of Guardian. Today, I think Cloud9 would wish he was turned off. He is shut down this round. Dropped here on long. Golden going to blanket this in smoke. And there's another Deagle headshot.
Okay.
Automatic's gotten himself one from mid. They do have their pause on a Galil, which has now fallen. But do they anticipate Rush to be there? Doesn't seem so. Nico can't manage that second duel. And it's going to put Cloud9 in a great spot. They've got this A site with bomb down, but FaZe Clan have the flank. Olaf with a Deagle hits the shot. That's a long range Deagle duel, and yet he'll take it. Sometimes when your opponents are turned away, it almost seems harder to hit them.
Did they know he pushed through TP spawn? They might not. But automatic going down is big. They can now get on the bomb potentially, clear stuff out. They might be... What? Smoke for the cross? They don't know it's planted at the truck. Oh, Cajun's been spotted now, though.
Thinking maybe he was on dumpster, but the duel's still here, and Cajun's gonna take it. That's his 12th kill in this map. 1 versus 2. Good initiative there to push back behind the dumpster and get into bank. You could see Adrian dropping smoke, thinking he was maybe still on dumpster, but not thinking he had gone all the way and up the stairs.
Yeah, that offered him a free kill for sure. So nice shot from Golden, taking out the Opera there. Nice Olaf on the flank, you'd think this would come in, but yeah, Cajun with a 1v2 at the end of the day to save things. You know, it's a spot of brilliance in a day of stormy clouds.
That's all it takes at times. A few Deagle headshots, but if Cloud9 can do it, then so can FaZe. So don't count them out here in the 19th. They've got that connector control. It's going to be a tough job for Cajun, but at least he has automatic to help. Already watching this position, so Guardian can't swing too wide.
It's actually surprisingly hard to clear. Oh, wow. Guardian looks away from his screen for 1 second. Has no chance to shoot, so could be a very clean anti-eco from Cloud9.
Nice.
Yeah, they picked this one up, it seems like. They've got 2 players in the B site, but one of them is ripped to shreds already. And now the other one is as well.
Olaf's going to find bomb, though. And he doesn't have the HP nor the weapons to do much about it. But if we talk about these kinds of rounds, you know, just looking for 1 or 2 kills, Golden's going to die. Now we've got that AK upgrade. Smoke to the... Oh, nah. Wah, wah, wah.
Budget AK, yeah.
He'll have the Galil instead. Could find cover.
He's been sabotaged. Oh, he's going to consider at the bottom of the stairs.
Right.
Take a cute angle here.
Just Vice with a Mac 10. We have to be pinched.
Oh, whoa.
$30. Smoke on bomb, rush, awkward spot. I mean, even more awkward for Cajun. He's got to get himself up the ladder, but he's sent back down it. Now, if Olaf just sprints to the bomb site, there's a very real chance that he can cut off Rush, who has that bomb.
This is very smart, yeah. Oh, the smoke comes down. Olaf has to decide if he wants to come through it. He knows there's a second player here. He's not got much choice, and if he does get this first kill on Automatic, that'd be enormous, but Automatic is watching it like a hawk now. He has been hurt is the issue, so Olaf is going to slow this down. The bomb will finally go down with moments to spare, and Olaf will have a few more seconds on this smoke before he can make anything happen, but it gets refreshed as well, so very aware from Cloud9 there. Smart about how they dealt with Olaf. He was smart about how fast he went down the ladder, but that still wasn't enough. So a great recovery. It was a fantastic mid-round from Faze.
Yep.
I mean, that's when you really see how smart they are as individuals, you know, and the fact that Olaf and Nico barely had any HP. They found the way to trick 3 players there into getting killed without taking much damage.
You could even see Olaf smirk when that smoke gets refurbished on top, right? Because he knew that it was boiling down to the timing. Wanted to cut off the bomb, but like you said, very heads-up play from Cloud9.
Well, refurbished means they would have taken the same smoke and then cleaned it up, put it back together.
Replenished.
Replenished, yeah, refreshed.
Refreshed. I think that's it.
But there's a lot of good things to say about refurbished products.
Yeah, you don't always have to buy new.
No, don't knock it.
Yeah, Olaf's Deagle not going to get the job done this time. Of course, still Faze Clan on just pistols. Going to be forfeiting a 6th round to Cloud9, most likely. The entirety of the B site is theirs. All of Cloud9 come in from behind. They're going to take the long road. Rain wrapping round. Who's he going to find? Cajun B, watching flank.
I mean, this first half has been characterized by both teams working very hard with pistols. Wouldn't expect that trend to change, but this is definitely a cleaner state of affairs for Cloud9. There are 2 more CTs to come in the place of our last man to flank. Nico and Guardian push up. They've made some footsteps, and we'll look for some fights. Could be 5 alive here for Cloud9 on the anti-eco, and it looks like that will be the case. Vice gets his last kill. It's with an SMG2 just for extra credit. And Cloud9 gets 6, but most importantly, they do it with 5 alive. So finally a round where they actually all collect their win bonuses on top of not having to reinvest into armor, nades, and weapons. But with the 2 MAC-10s, they have an important decision to make. Do they upgrade either one of them? Do they keep the Galil with those things? Do they think they feel comfortable trying to win this round in that way? Maybe they feel like because it's such a long climb back, they've got to put together a round like this anyway. But Faze have a distinct advantage here. The AUG, the AWP, the Incendiaries. A lot to do here for Cloud9. We'll see how slowly they play out the round. It's going to be interesting to see if they go for a default or if they go for a more execute heavy style. I know they like to look at kind of how Astralis play. I think they see Astralis's Overpass as not one-dimensional, but very kind of B focused. And then I think that I think what will happen if you study a team like that, you'll maybe employ some of those strategies to your game as well. And then go from there. I mean, that's what you should always do, right? There's no point in trying to invent the best way to play a map yourself. Just pick and choose. Just pick and choose from all the best teams. Leave the bad habits behind.
Become the super beast.
Waste no time.
What's it going to be? Looks like heavy connector with an AWP on Guardian. This is a fresh look. Heavy A presence, 4 players set up here. So unfortunately for Cloud9, they're going to have a hell of a job trying to get that portion of their default done. And Guardian, despite falling to 2 HP, does leg automatic at the very least. They have lost their long player. Rush gets himself the headshot. Nico replacing the AWP with an M4, and then Adrian able to trade. So because of the numbers, you know, losing your long player doesn't shut down your aggressive A setup. Even Guardian getting tagged can be replaced by 2, but Vice bests Olaf.
Okay.
Big kill towards the B bomb site, sending what remains of Faze scrambling downwards. We've seen Guardian do some disgusting things from heaven already today. He's gonna get another chance, and oh no, Golden. He's caught playing with his grenades.
And does Guardian know that after the bomb was down that nobody's crossed left? Because that's a lot of stuff that they don't have to clear. They might know it's like something like Short and Monster. The flashes in tandem to jump out of the respective spots. Smoke goes down on Short. Vice will have to win this duel. He can't do it. And now they've got 1 to stick. The smoke goes out a little bit deep, and it puts out his own molly, or maybe only part of it. Rush will sneak out into the smoke, waiting for the defuse to come out. Not a lot of time to make this happen. They also don't have a kit to work with, except with Guardian, who's already hightailed it to save the op. So Cloud9, by the skin of their teeth, win the round.
Yep. Damn.
Yeah.
Scramble in. I feel like Vice's swift kill on Olaf is a big aspect of that. You know, even though we saw Faze Clan just waste no time in rotating downwards, even killing the graffiti anchor, which was really meant to serve as a, you know, boxing them in. Adrian was even able to get Vice really swiftly.
I love the retake attempt. I wonder if Guardian was just holding that. I guess if Guardian was holding the defuse, then he would have just gotten shot by Rush, who snuck in.
Right.
Gotta love the play by Rush. The Molotov obviously was key, so it seemed like even though Vice died, they had it locked up. And they were prepared to win. So kind of a force buy here for FaZe Clan. Cloud9 have a much better round now with the money they made, upgrading those 2 Mac 10s again. They did win that versus a significantly better buy. Put together a convincing round on the T side. You can see the firepower advantage in the top middle of your screen. Although Guardian has an op, Adrian has an AK. There's 3 more pistols in suit behind them. Cloud9 will take this round very seriously, though. Moving up for LOM control as you normally would on an anti-eco. They've got a player to tether off of in Vice. Over in spawn. But there are 3 CTs here, and it's not the op, though. That's one thing. It's not the op. So here's the sign boost instead of the kind of more precise wall boost just for long that was thrown before. And we'll see if they can make anything of this over top of the smoke.
Man, there's so little map control from Cloud9. I mean, they have no idea what's going on in connector, short. Their flank could be open for all they know. They've just put Vice on the back line. Told him, keep your head on a swivel as we walk in. Smoke fades. Adrian able to get that first one, but a fantastic flashbang is not followed up with the kills. No one gets him. Adrian close up kills them all. And Vice, that anchor from the back now has to come into clutch, and he's not going to get the chance. FaZe, with 3 pistols, robbed their 15th round.
There was one player there that thought he had him.
Right.
Thought he had him for sure. He was down to like 2 HP. That was it. If he just finished that frag and he didn't flick over to the pistol and to his left, that would have been the round done and done. But instead, Adrian stays alive. Cajun doesn't finish the kill, and then he turns it into 4? Or is it 3 or 4? Nico hands in one with a deagle kill. Yeah. Just crazy stuff, though. He's been a super sharpshooter this entire game.
The folly of the 4-man long.
Yeah, what a nasty way to bring about match points. It is with a good call, though, to stack up that way. Guardian going out in the open here with the op. Full confidence. Not a player behind him to support, and they're too afraid to even peek, assuming they'll also die.
Rush gives him so much respect there. Cajun standing on very shaky legs, 1 HP and a Glock. Not the best place to be. Actually gets killed by the wall spam. That's unfortunate. Can't even use him as a feeder for information. You know, sometimes having a player like that for a suicide run would be great to figure out if Adrian's left or right, but they're not going to have that liberty at the moment. And it's not getting any better. Olaf, who else to put the final nail in the coffin here? 16-7 for FaZe Clan. Started to look good for Cloud9's T side. You know, they were bringing it back. There was definitely some stuff to praise, some things to talk